Alright, we're back. Interruptions. A lot of those. Okay. Cut number 2 for today. Another 50 thou pounds. At some point I'm going to cut through the bolt hole there on the front. This hole here will have to be cut. The bolt. It'll take a longer bolt stock too because we're cutting metal away. That's what's cutting over there. Measured again, should be close to 700. Probably a little over still. Yeah, a little under actually. 671. 100 to go. Yeah, not quite 100. 70, 65 or so. So we're on 0 on my dial right now. Actually, we're not 2 dial over. I'm going to go to 50. That was my number I wanted to use before. Is 50. So that should leave us about, we're about 25 left. We're done. Make sure you clear everything before you hit the button. This will be up to roughing it. And start doing fine cuts. Okay. 721. So we should have about 25 to go. At least. So we're at 50 right now in our dial. So we're going to go to 70. Which is 20 thou. That should leave us about 5 for the final. Or thereabouts. See that bolt hole cut through right there? That'd be that hole right there, those threads are showing right now. We will have to cut that deeper. Picked up another boss there in the back. So I get more of that noise. Probably going bang, 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 bang. You start hitting more things as you go bigger. See, those are threads right there, cutting through the threads. So we'll have to cut that deeper and then re-thread it deeper, drill the hole deeper. Alright, looking good so far. Actually, it gets easier now once we don't have to worry about the squirter being in the way. 742. 44. Check over here. 744 and a half. Caliper's kind of giving misleading diameter. You have to get exactly perpendicular and exactly in the center of the circle, otherwise the number gets shrunk. That's why you always got to wiggle your caliper up and down, around and around, and find the biggest point on the reading. So this one over here we're 43 and a half. 44 and a half the other way. Okay, we want at least 45. That's what the cylinder is. Cylinder's 41. So that means we can go on right now. We got 3 thou clearance. That would be a little bit more. I can run it at 3, but I'm gonna run a little more. Give it a couple more thou. Should be about 46-ish. Which is fine. Hopefully it's got more than 2,000. That fluff looks bigger than 2,000. There's chip load on the cutter, which means the cutter flexes a little bit. When the load goes away, it cuts bigger. Barely see the cut line there. Okay, what do we got? 850. That wasn't our number we wanted. Yeah, 747. They did cut in the lecture. I figured it was by the amount of chips coming off of that. 747 and a half. Well, it's more round now because the chip load wasn't in there as much. 747 and not getting a half. Okay. So we are in the right spot. Let's go the other direction here. The tripod's going to get hit if I don't move it a little bit. Move the cable over so I can check the cylinder fit. I always check before I pull them off. Never trust my indicators for anything. You always confirm everything is good, don't believe it. Okay, that is off. Deburr my top edge here. Can't get right to the edge there though, that's the problem. Dowel pin's in my way. Make it work anyway. Okay. Knocks off that sharp edge. Cut yourself, also makes room for the cylinder. Okay, this should just drop right in here, no problem. didn't quite want to go in there. She's not happy about that clearance. Definitely does not like those dowel pins being there. Got to get all the high spots off everything. That first one didn't want to go in there at all. So now it goes in nice and easy. But we're not going over the dowel pins. I'm not sure why that is. That will have to be dealt with. That means the cylinder and the Harley, the dowel pins are in slightly different locations. The cylinder's got a little clearance in it, so it's not. I think the dowel pins themselves are too tight in the holes. It's not a location issue, it's just a diameter issue. Alright, well that goes down, so that's a plus there. Oh, I know what the problem is, dumbass. We're hitting down on the spigot. Duh. That was a smart one, wasn't it? Yeah, some dumb one didn't cut these deep enough, that's why it's hitting. Now it's all coming out what's going on. Gotta watch out for them dumbasses there. I'll assume we forget. See, normally I cut them all the way to the right depth. I don't do half-ass work like this. Okay. So. Alright. So number we wound up 72, I think. 72 on the dial. Remember your numbers when you come back and do it again. Okay. I guess I can leave that in there. Usually I take that out, but I think I'm alright. Okay, now we got a new problem. Everything's in the way. So I'm going to cut some material out. I don't feel like running out a 1/4 inch of material. That's a lot of material to take out. So I'm going to cheat. Use an end mill. We'll go over here and pick out something to use. Let's see, we got a nice big one right there. I like big tools. What else do we got laying around here? We got that little skinny one down there. I like the big one. And that's a specialty one too. It's got a big curve in it. I made that for something. See that custom radius on there? I made that for this job right here. That's why I made that curve like that. Curves don't put big gouges in cases. Use a nice finished cut when you're done. I like that. Okay, so first thing I do is make sure it's long enough to go all the way down. Appears that it's long enough. That's good. It'll work. Okay, I like that. Yeah. There's that. Bottom it out. And that is plenty deep enough to do what we need to do there. Okay. So you can see my cutter right here. It's going to blow through the surface. I need to get past that radius so I'm straight to go deep enough, otherwise the cylinder won't drop down like it's supposed to. This is a solid case through here, so I want to cut through the whole side of the case if I don't have to. But if we go down this depth here, we should be fine. Looks like we'll have plenty of area. Probably come up a little bit from that area there. We'll pull up a little bit. Right there. Okay, so I'm going to cut that much on this side over here. Because I don't want to cut the hole all the way. I don't have to. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put this thing over there in the middle of the cylinder. Which means we go back to 0. And at least close to 0. There's 0. That's pretty close to 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, turn this direction. And crank this one over. Instead of feeding in the case and cutting we don't want to, we find out how far we can go without hitting. We're not hitting yet. We're at 1,750, 60. Still not hitting. We're hitting at 80. We're just touching at 80. So 75 is our safe spot. So that means we won't cut the case away. We can plunge it straight down though and cut out the heavy part down there. Okay, this one's at 700 RPM. Let's see, we're 600 RPM right now. We'll loosen it up a little bit. 490. Okay, now we'll just take this, we got this much to go down, we'll just feed it by hand. Take most of the drag off of that. We went that far. Alright, we can go deeper than that. Okay, looks like we're just about cutting. We're cutting through the whole case there. There's a lip right there. We just cut through that lip. Alright, so that gives me a reference of how far I can go pretty easily. I'm going to go more than that. So instead of feeding your case in, or feeding the case in the cutter, go this way. And you worry about damaging your edge here. Like so you figure out where your 0 point is here. You know how close you are actually to this. And you just go plunge it straight down. Boom. When you do that, you get the same result, but you're not doing any damage to this part here, which is what you don't want to do. So now I'm going to move it over a little bit, and I'm going to do that again. So this is my circle interpretation. I can do this all by hand with a grinder too. But it helps to be roughed in a little bit. And we'll do it again. That makes it a lot easier to grind it now, because now you have a reference on how deep to grind. See, I took out the heavy spot again, so I can easily grind between those two spots pretty easy. I'm going to do one more right in the center of that, and then that should be enough. I'll come back and do the other side. Alright, so I'm going to do this for a little while. We'll be back.